Hey guys, I'm here in Amsterdam at the Museum Square and I'm going to talk with Bert Otten about my flying concept.
I'm Bert Otten, Professor of Neuromechanics in the University of Groningen, human movement scientist. I'm studying human movements and assistive devices like prosthetics, and I'm studying the way the brain uses assistive devices in moving.
Hey Bert, I just sent you my concept of my semi-human powered flying device. And I was wondering, could you tell me if you think it's even possible to do things like that as a human being?
Absolutely. There are of course technical problems, like how are you going to get batteries that are not too heavy and can last for a while? How are you going to get engines that are not too heavy and produce enough power? You have to think about almost 1000 watts. We can produce about 300 watts with our legs for a while.
And with our arms?
With our arms about 100 watts if you're very fit. So that's not enough to fly. But if you add assistive engines to it, it could be done. And then the lovely thing would be that your movements would be amplified with more force onto extra wings, and they don't even have to be very large, the wings. They can be a few meters, and if you flap them right, yes, you could be lifted off the ground, but you do need the right wing beat frequency, the right movements and the right force to get them down.
What do you think about our scope of flight if we're depending on battery power?
Well, that's a very good question, because if you want to stay in the air for a long time, you need a lot of mass of batteries on board. You can already fly now, we call it jumping. It lasts for just a second. Now if you want to stay in the air for a minute, you need a certain mass of batteries, but that's quite limited. So to be able to have the dream of flight for just a minute is certainly much easier than to fly, for instance, to another city. That takes quite a lot of mass of batteries.
Do you think our human body can cope with the forces which will come with a flight?
Well, because of our mass and our bones, that's not easy. If you've got big wings that you've got to drive, then the human arms would be too weak, they would break. But if you've got assistive wings that have force transduction from the wings onto the engines, then it's no problem at all. Then the arms are not loaded by the wing forces. So if you've got wings that are self-carrying, then that's no problem at all.